What is up, everybody? Busta Boy here, introducing you with a brand new Let's Play. And this, my friend, is not the worst game in the world, but in my opinion, it's great. As you see, it's Devil May Cry 4. And this is a game that I know very, very, very well. I know this game pretty much like the back of my hand. I've played this game more than any other Devil May Cry game. And this one's a special edition for the PlayStation 4, and if I sound different, it's because I just woke up. It is now almost 8 o'clock in the evening. I took a little nap, dozed off a little bit, but I just woke up, went straight into recording this. Now, in the special edition, the only thing is they just added a couple of more characters. We're going to play through them all. This is Nero and Dante, Virgil, Lady and Trish, and there's legendary Dark Knight difficulty, which I don't know what it does, but we're gonna play through everything. As you play through all of them, the difficulties do not stack, and the points that you do, the points that you play, the points that you get, the upgrade points, they carry over. Like, as you progress, we're gonna do one episode each. We're going to do, there are 20 levels, so we are going to do one level per episode. So, and we're going to be playing on human, we're going to be playing on human, which is easy, but not so much easy. We're going to be carrying over, we're going to just do this as much as we can, pretty much. We're going to play on human, then Devil Hunter, and there's also some other, this is basically the combo, but like I was saying, there are some other difficulties too, like Son of Sparta, and Dante Must Die, which, it doesn't matter if you click the tutorials to be off, it'll automatically be turned on, but I know the buttons, like the back of my hand. I just started this over, just for the benefit of playing this Let's Play. We're gonna try out all the characters eventually, the more difficulties we do this on. So this playthrough, though, we're gonna do is Nero and Dante. I have played as Virgil, and I have played as Lady. The first half of this game you could play as like if you pick Nero and Dante, you'll play as Nero the first half of the game, and then Dante the second. I'm going to be skipping all the cutscenes and going straight into the game. I know, like I said, I know this game like the back of my hand. Some episodes will be shorter, others will be longer, but we're going to do one mission per level. And sorry, my explanation of this game is really bad, but you'll see as you get the game, as you progress in the game, like pretty much what it is. It's a relatively easy game overall, except there's a hard spot which I will get to later on as I progress, and this is pretty much the first level of the game. It's pretty easy, relatively easy, so all you gotta do is fight Dante. He's really easy to do. I know the controls pretty well. As you can tell, it's your traditional beat 'em up. For those of you who do not know Devil May Cry, this is Devil May Cry. Nero is a new character that they introduced in Devil May Cry 4. He's not as interesting as Dante, which in the original series, Dante is like part man, part human, part demon. He has no love interest or anything like that, but Nero has a love interest. Her name is Kiri, and basically that's his girlfriend, and he's learning about the power that he has, which is in his arm. It's a spirit, and it's a demon in his arm. The story is pretty dead, if you will. And that's the first level pretty much. Again, skipping all of the cutscenes, just because I've seen this so much. If you guys want to see the cutscenes or whatever, either one, play the game yourself, or two, you can actually go get the game. But for now, we're just going to be skipping the cutscenes because, like I said, I've seen this so many times. And seeing how that first stage was so short, I'm going to actually put another, do the other stage. I'm not going to go for all the secrets because some of them require all the upgrades. So I'm not going to do that. So in this game there are proud souls. That's what you will use to upgrade. You go here to your power-ups, and I'll introduce you here to the proud souls. Proud souls are to the right. Those are those little bug things. Yeah, I have 174 proud souls, and of course, for those of you that are very, very familiar with the this game, familiar with the Devil May Cry series, there are red orbs. The red orbs will get you your standard items, which is right here. The proud souls will give you your skills. These skills can vary depending on what you want to do in the game. Like you see right here, it gives you a brief description of what it does. But for me, I'm going to show you what I'm going to be buying. I'm going to be buying as many of these as we can. Like for instance, I can only get one for now. But as you progress, you'll be able to get more. So we're gonna, like I said, I know this game pretty damn well. So we're gonna go one stage per episode. But in this case, because the first stage is so short, we're gonna go and put 2 stages in this one. I wanted to do 2 stages per episode, but some of these stages can be pretty long, even though I do know the game pretty damn well. I know the game pretty much like the back of my hand. I haven't played this in a while, so I haven't played this actually in a few weeks. There are still some stages that will get me, which I will introduce you to everything and what makes the stage so complicated and all that stuff, etc., as we progress. And that, my friend, is a green orb, and that will give you health. There are also gold orbs or yellow orbs, which will give you a life. Now, in this game, there's usually not lives. Like, if you die, start over again. Start over again from the next checkpoint, or you start the level over again. But you will rarely see me die on human. You won't see me die until later on, probably on Devil Hunter or on Son of Sparta. I will be doing another playthrough of this game on the harder difficulties so you can understand the difficulties. So this Let's Play is going to be of basically the difference in the difficulties. Right now I'm playing on human, which is the easiest difficulty there is, which means the enemies won't put up very much of a fight, and they don't have such a high enough energy. Like they can't really take a lot of damage. That, my friend, is another ability I just unlocked for Nero. What you do is you stand on top of here, and you can actually use your crosshair to lock on your R1, and you can grab onto that with your circle button on the PlayStation 4, and you can do that. Now I am going to go through this relatively quickly, and I'm going to give a brief description of each thing, and it's going to be relatively fast because I know this game pretty well. So I do apologize if I get my words mixed up or if I miss something. Please feel free in the comments below to let me know if I missed something. Well, or you could just explain yourselves in the comments below if there's some things I missed. Because this game there's not really much to it. Now, here's your first secret, right here, that little red thing right there that you see, the little note, that is a secret. Usually if I get an ability, that means my hand will glow to reveal all the secrets, but I didn't get that ability yet. So what we're going to do is we're going to get these secrets later. But this one you do not need any upgrades for. This will probably take me a few tries to get. You have to kill all the enemies. This might take me a few rounds, maybe. So in some of them, it is recommended that before you go after all these secrets, by the way, it is recommended that you get all the upgrades. It is not recommended that you do it the way I'm doing it. It is recommended that you just come back, look for all the secrets when you're upgraded all the way as high as you possibly can, and then you can just blaze through this. Because there are some of these levels require you to have certain upgrades in order for you to complete them. Like, you have to kill enemies a certain way. This one I could just go through them and just kill them just like this. But some of them will require you to kill them in the air, only kill them when you're in the air when using your gun, etc, etc, etc. Or go through and just use certain kills in order to kill enemies as well. And other than that, the game, you see, this one's going to take me a while. If I decide to do it here, I might not actually do it because I'm not upgraded all the way. See, not upgraded all the way. So come back to it. You could always come back to it later on, which I will come back to those when I get my upgrades. But that's why it's always important to do those when you have those. But back on point. We didn't do it this time because I didn't have the right upgrades. I wasn't strong enough, I wasn't upgraded enough, like I said. That's why I said it is recommended that you go ahead and you come back to those when you're upgraded all the way, so that way you can go through the game much quicker and go through those secrets a lot quicker. So I think I pretty much described everything there is to describe. In this level, I'll probably describe the bosses as I get to them, like their fighting styles, what they do, what makes them so dangerous, etc, etc. There is one other item that I forgot to explain about, which was the holy water item, which I rarely fucking use that item. I think that's probably one of the least effective, well, it's the most effective item in the game, but it's also the most expensive in the game. But I rarely use that item. It's great for amateurs, for those of you who are still new to the Devil May Cry series, or for those of you who just want to get through the levels quick. And the holy water item, what it does is it clears every enemy on the screen. It doesn't clear every enemy in the game, it's just on the screen. Like if you have a bunch of enemies surrounding you on the screen, you could use the holy water and it'll destroy every enemy with one shot on the screen. It doesn't mean the whole area will be cleared out, but just on the screen it will. So that's why I say it's pretty lame. Probably in the next episode I will go into a deeper detail on what all the items are. I did talk about yellow orbs and gold orbs, and I will explain that in the next episode. But I'll explain that now. I don't know if I explain this. I'll give a brief description now, and I'll explain in full everything. Okay, that's the bridge you need to actually cross, and I know right where to go. But anyway, like I was saying, I will explain all the items and stuff in the next episode, because I might have to actually buy some items for the next level. So this is pretty much it. I know this game very well. I do still die, despite the fact that I know this game so well. I still die on Son of Sparta and Dante Must Die, because it is relatively difficult. And because what makes it so difficult is they're not pushovers like this. They will gain up on you, there are more enemies, and they have more health. That's what makes it more complicated. Pretty much there are more enemies, and there's more health. This is the lowest enemies you could possibly have in the game on human. On human, it's the lowest amount of enemies you can have in the game. And sorry, like I said, sorry about that. I ran out of time on the film, but still, I had to start again. But like I said, you know what I said. So I had to, wow, I'm stuttering like crazy. Again, I do apologize. It's very easy for me to get my words mixed up, but yeah, I ran out of time. That kind of fucked me up, but I'm back now. Like I said, yeah, I'm gonna shut up now. But yeah, I pretty much gave the description of almost everything. In the next, like I said, in the next episode, just in case, I don't know if it picked up my audio or whatever in the last part, in the last portion of the recording, but I'm going to explain the items and everything there. So that's pretty much it. Like, that's all I could really explain. The first boss on here is relatively easy. You shouldn't have much problem with this guy. And I'll explain to him later, like what he is later. So I'll explain everything about the bosses and stuff as I said, as I get to them. And again, I pretty much explained, yeah, you know what I said. But and you just slash away. There's nothing really to this game. It's just kill everything and try to get your girlfriend back. Rescue her. But the whole, you'll find out later on in the game that this cult is actually in charge. This cult is the reason why the demon outbreak is happening, and it's led by this priest. But he's not a priest, and you have to kill him. And Nero is basically a demon hunter, but he's not as good as Dante. He has the demon still, but Dante is connected to him in a way. In a lot of ways, actually. He's Dante, I'm gonna basically say in this one that Dante is Nero's babysitter, in this one. I consider him to be a babysitter. This stage is relatively long, so once again, strap yourself in. This here is where you get a blue fragment. All you gotta do is all you have to do here is get it to a certain amount of a certain amount of grade. Like, you'll see those little flames over there. See those? Those are starting to go out. There are 2 flames. You have to just basically hit the hell out of this until the flames go out. And once the flame, you could go back and you got the blue fragment. It'll automatically drop to the blue fragment. Whoops, I fucked up. But anyway, so here's where you're about to fight your first boss. This boss is relatively easy, like I said. All you gotta do is stay back and shoot him. What he'll do, he's a fire guy, as you can see. He just looks intimidating. He's not really that great, not really that complicated. And as you can see, you can just do this. He just pretty much stands there when he's on human, but if you're on Devil Hunter or Son of Sparta, this dude can be quite a bitch to do. And you see, you can do special attacks as well. When their fire is out like that, you could do special attacks. And you can walk up to them when their fire is out and push circle. Oh, but you gotta be careful because his fire can come back on. He could reignite himself, and then he'll do that attack, if you know it very well, it is not that hard to dodge. Seeing how, like I said, I know this game pretty damn well, so it's pretty easy to dodge for me. But for first-time players, this boss could be a handful if you're not careful. Yeah, I forgot how to dodge a little bit there, so. Oh crap. Yeah, I got hit with that direct hit. Alright, so. Man, see, like I said, he's pretty easy. Not that complicated. Especially on human. He's kind of a pussy. He'll make fire like explode out of the ground like that, and then on the harder difficulties he'll combine the two. Like he'll make fire shoot out of the ground, and then he'll attack you while you're dodging the fire. That's why you got to be extra careful, especially on Son of Sparta, because he can be quite a bitch, and like I said, more health, so therefore making him even harder. The first boss on Son of Sparta is pretty complicated. So that's pretty much it. That's all with this here. That's all with this stage. Stage is done. Don't expect anything outlandish. Probably like an A, like A's throughout or B's throughout. Because like I said, I don't have all my equipment. I don't have my upgrades like I did before I started over. So on that note, this episode is done. We did 2 stages. They were relatively easy. This is Bustleboy46 signing off, saying game on, rock out, stay frosty, and see you on the next episode. Later.